TSEG, Michael Armenta.
And before I get started, I would like to actually take this moment in time to thank Morgan & Morgan for not just giving me and my team this time on stage, but for allowing all of us to continue to come together and have a great learning opportunity to continue to grow. And most importantly, to every single one of you for putting your money where your mouth is and actually doing the first most important step, which is showing up to invest in your personal growth. So just a quick round of applause, please. So one of the things that I want to talk about today is trying to make sure you're building a legacy with your reporting. So in a lot of the sessions today and tomorrow, you're going to hear about going all in, right? Swing for the fences type stuff. Building an army, burning the boats, making sure you guys are doing everything possible to continue to reach your goal. But what I want to discuss is the type of metrics and data that are going to get you there. So there's a lot of metrics that happen, every single day and night that you're looking through your reports, trying to understand what you're doing, how you're spending those marketing dollars. We like to refer to this as Stone Age reporting. I know, I'll say it again, Stone Age reporting. You shouldn't have to have a marketing degree to understand what's actually working. And so we're going to show a few reports, and don't worry, we blurred a lot of the vendors' names and some of the law firm names to protect the guilty. But I promise you I'm going to try and make these next 15 minutes the most memorable part of your conference. Now, to be fair, I tell my wife that exact same spiel about one night a week. Jury is still most definitely out on that, but we'll see if this will actually help you guys moving forward. So, who am I? I'm Mike Armenta. I'm the Director of Strategy at TSEG. We are an award-winning agency built of 40 experts whose sole focus is to make sure that your marketing dollars are actually getting signed, verified cases. We have been in the business for 18 years. So we're not one of just these vendors who popped up in the last year or two claiming that we can help you dominate legal and dominate the industry. We are most definitely not one of these vendors or platforms who've just been powered by AI saying, hey, all you need is AI, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Thankfully, we have a lot of good vendors, AI vendors outside, that actually do great work. We ourselves are building our own AI tools and proprietary processes on top of the best AI class products today. We call it TSEG Logic, LAW of course. But one of the things that we've seen in our last 2 decades of being in the business is the reporting that unfortunately some of these vendors are feeding you all. To be quite frank, it is absolutely embarrassing. So again, Stone Age reporting. We're going to walk through a few examples so I can hopefully get you guys to understand what you want to avoid, what you don't want to get caught up with. That way you can focus on what really matters. So here's an example of one of the reports, a dashboard and statistics report. Website visitors, 824. Form submits, 17. Call tracking, 23. And one of my favorites, paid search, NA. Not available or not applicable. Poisonous either way. Something that you guys should be focusing on as you're looking at your reports or you're curating your own reports is what is this actually telling me? 824 website visits, awesome. How many of those are actually cases? How many of those are actually people that you can help? Did your intake team even talk to these people or your vendor's intake team? No idea. Yellow flag, number 1. Another yellow flag, there is no timeline on here. How long was this 824 visits? Was it a day? Was it over a couple of days? Which channel, which campaign? No idea. Usually, these vendors are writing a very long email and attaching a report, or they're meeting with you and talking to you about, hey, this is what's happening. I've seen some of y'all's email inboxes. There is no chance in hell you're reading all that stuff. You shouldn't have to have a marketing degree to understand what's happening on a report. Another one, a little bit better. It's at least trying to show you where the website and traffic is coming from. Organic, referrals, direct. In red, social and paid. Probably the 2 biggest efficient channels that you guys are probably spending your marketing dollars on. Nowhere to be found on this report. But it looks good though, right? Up and to the right. That is what they want you to think. These are metrics that they're giving you. And again, not trying to poo-poo on any of these marketing metrics, Some of them are very worthwhile, but is not what you should be caring about. You guys are in the game of cases, not visits, not traffic sources, none of that. Don't let this type of stuff distract you. You need to be more demanding than what you're looking for. Another one, leads. At least this one is showing some type of timeline, 56 leads. We're going to have a lot of good sessions later on talking about intake. What are those 56 leads? Are those qualified leads? Are those just people who filled out a form? Your guess is legitimately as good as mine. Not only that, of those leads, where are they in the funnel? Are they signed cases? Are they still pending review? Have you contacted them? We're unsure. They are trying to at least get a bit of the channel on there. You can see organic is on there as well. There's many other different types of channels. Where are the rest of them? Again, old school, Stone Age type marketing reports that don't help you understand whether your home run swings are actually connected. One of my favorites, ranking distribution. I'm sure everyone's seen it now with Google. Whenever you ask it a question, it's not even showing you the pages, the top pages that are ranked. It's giving you an AI overview. I don't care if you're ranked number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for all of the best keywords that you need in your city or your state. It means nothing if you can't tie those back to actual cases, to people that you can help, to money you can make. I like to use the metaphors like giving a kid a kaleidoscope. Look at all the pretty colors. Go over there. I promise you, you'll have fun. Things are working out. Very rarely does that actually happen. And one of the last ones, at least like I was talking about, what channel are we coming from, where is that? It's at least trying to show what that channel is. But again, look at what's in the columns. Page sessions, bounce rate, time on page. Nothing about cost per case. Nothing about the quality of the cases. Nothing about which channel is the most efficient from a dollar perspective. Meant to disassociate. Meant to show you big numbers, big graphs, pretty colors, so they can just keep cashing your checks to show you that they are doing a good job. Stone Age reporting. So what is modern day reporting? Great, a lot of examples, all that's great, I understand what to avoid. What should I be looking for? Very, very simple, it should be 3 things. Number 1, how many cases have I signed? Number 2, how much does it cost me to acquire each case? And then number 3, how much is each case worth? One more time. What are the total cases signed? How much does it cost me to acquire these cases? And what is the ROI on each case? So this is a screenshot, a little bit hard to see, but this is a screenshot of actually a proprietary CRM we are building. So every partner that works with us gets access to the CRM. So if you ever thought, man, I really wish these reports showed ABC metric, or I really wish the platform I was using would just build XYZ, reach out to us. We are in our beta phase of making sure we're building a CRM that's answering your questions, not just questions some developer thought would be a good idea, questions from legal experts like yourself. But again, trying to answer that 1, 2, 3. How many cases do I have? This is a daily view. You can have it a weekly view as well. 23. But it goes a bit further. Where are those people? Where are those leads in the pipeline? Qualified, disqualified, signed contracts. You should have this type of data at your disposal dynamically. You shouldn't have to wait for a vendor to send you a report every 2 weeks or have a review once a month or once a quarter. Your budget will already be gone by then. You need to know on Tuesday if something went wrong on Monday. Another question we were talking about, the third one, what is the ROI of my cases? Every single case should be able to tie back what the settlement is, what the ROI is. So you can see here, every single line item shows who the lead is, which channel they came from, which marketing campaign it came from, and what the ROI is. $300,000 for an MBA case, $15,000 for a dog bite. Again, I get it, it's going to take time to get these settlement numbers, but this is the type of data that you should be reviewing and looking over. Bringing it back into a monthly aggregate view. Total cases, easy to read, right? You don't have to have a master's in anything to read these reports. 69, True cases that we can tie back to a TSEG campaign that we help someone build, 59. Best cost per case at $1,800. Actual, real life numbers from our partners. And on top of that, we get a bit granular. What are the other channels that perform well? The cost per case from SEO to PPC to some of the MBA pipelines that we have. You need to be looking at this stuff religiously. Or you should at least have your partner or your in-house team sending these reports to you at a recurring manner. That's the only way you can be agile and flexible enough to know, hey, what's working, what's efficient, what's inefficient, so we can switch our budget to what's actually making sense and helping us help the people that deserve justice. And then aggregating that up all into a yearly review. One of the things we see a lot is, hey, you might be getting some of these reports, you might be getting some of these metrics, but are you actually comparing them and spending time to legitimately have a retrospective of what's working and what's not working? So this is just a yearly performance report that we do year to year, but we also do month to month. You all should be doing month to month. If you guys have the time, you should be looking every 2 weeks as well. So in 2024, about $4,000 to acquire a case. ROI per case was around $10,000. Compared to 2025, $2,500 to acquire a case, with the ROI being $11,000. This is the type of data we should be looking at. Now, this is grow or die in a report. Again, I get it. Everyone is going to tell you, hey, spend more, and everything will be fine. Not entirely true. You have to make sure you're looking at the right data to make sure everything is actually going according to plan. So again, another year-to-year review from one of our clients in one of the most competitive markets in California. Cases up 156%. Marketing spend, right? Please spend more, please spend more, please spend more. 61%. Pardon my French, but you better damn well be sure if you're spending 61% more, your ROI is at least 2, 3, 5, 10x what your spend is. 182, from $2.5 million to $7 million. And again, you can get these types of results if you're looking at the right type of data. Further breaking it down by channel. Remember the 1, 2, 3? How many cases do I have? How much is it costing me? What is each case worth? Broken down by channel. SEO, PPC, LSA. Those are the only 3 metrics that are worthwhile. I know I said at the beginning, those other metrics are most definitely important, but they're not important for you. You all do not have time to be looking at page views, trying to understand what Google is or isn't doing, what new AI tool is or isn't going to work. You need to understand very black and white what is working, how many cases do I have. That way you can understand how much money am I getting and how many people am I helping. So tomorrow, John is going to close the conference with the saying. He has a lot of sayings, I'm sure you've all heard, lots of good quotes. But he's definitely going to talk about how failure is your friend. I like to tweak that just a bit. Failure is your friend if your next best friend is data. Remember, it's the right type of data. So you don't build an army and send them out into the battlefield blind. You've got to give them sight. You've got to have the right type of insight. So if any of you guys want to talk about actual cost per case metrics, what real ROI works, and what you can get, please reach out to us at TSEG. We have folks, Trevor, I'm sure a few of you know Trevor, I apologize, but Trevor, Kelly, Evan, and Adley, we're right outside the door. And even just to have a conversation, if you're doing this in-house, we would love to show you what's working, what's meant to distract, and where your focus should be, so we can all grow or die together, right? Grow or die? Let TSEG help you grow with data. Thank you all so much. Appreciate the time.